Hi there! Today we will be installing the Tofino Insert Driftwood log set. First, unpack and inspect the logs and floor panels, taking care as they are fragile. Start by installing the rear log support bracket behind the rear burner up against the rear wall. Position the bracket with the angled flange up and facing to the front of the insert. Fasten the bracket in place with screws. When properly positioned, there should be a gap of approximately 1/2 inch between the deflector and the rear burner. Next, place the rear ember retainer along the back edge of the rear burner with the bent edge facing the front of the insert. Secure it in place with screws. Place the front ember retainer along the front edge of the front burner with its bent edge facing the front of the insert and secure in place with screws. Position the right ember retainer and fasten in place with a single screw. Install the 3 base panel pieces, starting with the left piece, then the right piece, and finally the front center piece. Do not force fit the front piece into place as it is very fragile and it will break. Place the 2 U-shaped log number 2 supports straddling the gap between the front and rear burner, one aligned with the post located on the front burner just left of center, and the other aligned with the pilot. Open the bag of small embers and spread a thin layer onto the front and rear burners. Starting with the rear burner, cover the burner surface completely with a double layer of embers. Spread out the embers carefully so as not to spill any behind the burner and into the air gap between the 2 burners. Continue spreading embers onto the front burner. The front burner requires only a thin single layer. Too thick of a layer will affect flame appearance. Clear any embers away from the pilot area. Add additional small embers to the left and right edges where the burner meets the base panels. Spread extra ember material onto the joint between the side base panels and the front panels. Finally, place a small amount of ember wool over the top of the embers on the front burner. Pull the material apart into small pieces and place sparingly onto the burner. Only a small amount is needed to create a nice ember glow. Place the rear log, log number 1, against the rear of the firebox, with the butt end of the log resting on top of the left side base piece against the left side of the firebox, and the end of the lower branch on top of the angled flange of the rear support bracket. Place log number 2 on top of the 2 U-shaped log supports previously installed, with the curved large end tucked into the back right corner of the firebox. Lay log number 3 on top of the front center base piece, with the long slender end touching the right side of the firebox, covering the seam between the center front base piece and the right-hand base piece. The small top branch should rest on top of log number 2. Place log number 4 against the left side of the firebox, with the small end resting over the rear log and its butt end in the front bottom left corner of the firebox. Rotate the log so that the small front branch is resting against the left side of the firebox. The log should be set back just enough to clear the door glass when reinstalled. Place log number 5 against the right side of the firebox, flat side down, straddling log number 2 and 3 with the butt end facing forward and the curve end across log number 2. Lastly, place the small log, log number 6, with the charred end resting on the end of log number 2 and the other end on the left base piece. Thank you for watching.